Hi everyone, my name's April and I work for a project called the Wessex Inspiration Network, also known as the WIN. This video is all about getting ready for higher education. So if you've applied for university this year, it's going to give you a couple of ideas and things that you can start doing in order to prepare for your start of your academic year in September or October. So enjoy! So to start off with accommodation, it's important to understand the different types of accommodation that are available to you. So the first one and probably the most popular one are university halls. So these are flats that you can share with about 6 or 7 other people, or even get your own studio flat that are usually on the university campus site. And these, they're usually chosen by a lot of first year students when they first go to university. It's also private company halls, so companies such as Unite will offer very similar things that university halls do, just maybe not on site, maybe in your university town or city. There's also private rented accommodation as well, so landlords will offer shared houses or studio flats, and again you can get in contact with your university to find out what is available from private landlords, because they will usually have listings of approved landlords. And also as well, there's living at home. You can still have a great experience at university even if you are living at home. So when it comes to thinking about accommodation, there are a few things that you need to think about. The first one being the type of accommodation that you want to go into. So like we've previously just spoken about. The location of the accommodation. So do you want to be on campus, close to your lectures and all the things that are available at your university? Do you want to be off campus, so near your kind of university town, city, the high street and the nightlife there? And what are the transport like between the two? You also need to be thinking about your budget. So how much maintenance loan are you going to get and what does that mean you can afford? There's a really handy student finance calculator on the gov.uk website, and I'll put a link into that now, where you can find out a rough estimate how much maintenance loan you might get, and then you can work out a budget according to that. And also as well as facilities. So in some kind of student flats, you might be sharing a kitchen and bathroom. In some of these shared flats there, you get the opportunity to have an ensuite, or obviously if you're renting your own place, then you will have access to all your own kitchen and bathroom. So thinking about what you're willing to share and what you're not willing to share. So it's really important to make sure that you apply for funding. One of the ways that you start doing that is for your student finance application. So those usually open in March, and it's really important that you apply as soon as possible as you can for it. If you think about it, there's tens up to hundreds of thousands of students like yourselves all putting in applications. So it can take a while to do. So just make sure that you're kind of as close to the front of the queue as you can be. Also as well, whilst you're doing your applications, make sure you have your documents ready before you start. So things like your passport, your birth certificate, any sort of residency evidence that you might need. You just don't want to get halfway through your application and realise you need to get a document and you don't know where it is. And also as well, student finance may want to see a copy of it. It's also important as well to check your online account regularly with student finance, because you find that they might contact you if they need any sort of additional information through your online account. And also as well, if you get any sort of letters or emails from student finance and maybe you misplace them, you can find them all on your online account. It's also really important as well to make sure that you apply for bursaries, scholarships and grants. And if you're not sure what those are, then go and have a look at our student finance video. Check what is available to you. Like we've said, bursaries, scholarships and grants are non-repayable sums of money, so it means you don't have to pay them back. So it's always worth seeing if you are entitled to something, because you don't have to pay it back. Check what you're eligible for and what you may be entitled to. So these come in all sorts of different places. They might be from the university, it might be from an external organisation, or from Student Finance England. So make sure you do your research, see what you might be able to apply for, how you apply for it, because again, those are lots of different ways that you can do that. And as again with the student finance application, make sure you apply early.
Okay, 7 top tips to help you prepare for studying at university or in higher education. So tip 1, spend some time getting to know your subject, read around your subject and get excited about it. So whether you're going into a humanities subject or more sector or industry related, you can find stuff out about your course and get familiar with what you're going to be learning about and get interested in what you're going to be learning about. Tip 2, get your organisation techniques sorted. So how are you going to keep your work organised, and where are you going to store it? So you might already have developed some really good habits that work for you, or you might be deciding to progress a bit further and start using some more online or computer filing systems. Get ready. Tip 3, figure out how you work best. Experiment with different learning methods, different learning styles. Find maybe resources that work for you online. Get to know yourself as a learner and get ready for that September start. Tip 4, use calendars and timetables to manage your workload. So it's a step up into higher education, and you will be managing a lot of different priorities and a lot of different deadlines. So be prepared. Set up your Google Calendar or your OneDrive, your online filing systems, or your big planner that you like up on the wall, and feel ready for your start. Tip 5, think about why you're doing what you're going to do, and set yourself some intentions and goals. You can get yourself into the right mindset for being a successful student. Ask yourself some questions. What do I want to achieve? What motivates me? What really interests and inspires me about this? What do I want to explore over the next few years? And write that stuff down. Tip 6, learn how to reference properly. So you're taking a step up from A-levels and from BTEC study, whatever you've been doing, to an undergraduate course. That's not to worry about it at all, because the first year of any university degree is a benchmarking year, so you're all going to be getting up to speed with research skills and referencing and academic writing. But you can use the time that you have between now and September to get ready, to get familiar with referencing, use the internet, get tips on how to research and how to write a great academic essay. And tip 7, polish up on your IT skills. Familiarise yourself with whatever programs might be used in your particular degree. So if you're going into a creative arts degree, you might be using online kind of collaborative whiteboards. If you're going into more of a kind of product design, engineering, you might be using something like InVision. There are so many different bits of software that are being used now, and the digital learning space is only going to grow. So polish up on those IT skills. And a bonus tip, set up a LinkedIn profile. Get yourself career ready. Get yourself linked in with the different sector or industry people that you're going to be looking to get support from, get ideas from, be inspired by. And this really links into the first tip about reading around your subject, because it's through a lot of the online spaces that you might find out about interesting TED Talks, interesting webinars and conferences. So get yourself ready and enjoy.